I sing as Vivian Stanzel on the strip stage in the Magical Mystery Tour film. As I sing in The Fool on the Hill, I am the man with 1,000 voices talking perfectly loud, but nobody ever hears him. I played as Viv until the mid-90s. Having the right appearance is all that matters. When I look like Paul, fans hear him. If I look like another, that is who people hear. Even, as in Viv's case, when it's obvious that the hair, the mustache, the teeth, nose and ears are not real, it does not matter. People will still only hear what they believe they see. My Viv costumes were a running gag with beards and foam latex. The fixed blindness of fans made it easy for me to play as Paul once my looks were close enough. Appearances are subject to the environment. Being on album covers as Paul, the Beatles' context proved I was him. Since my role as the Fool, Vivian Stanzel was my most successful gig other than Paul. It is also one that is easy to find online. What's in a name? Oh, be some other name, Juliet says wistfully to Romeo. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Shakespeare. Now, I have been William for long enough to know that my own name did not serve me as well as the name of Paul. As myself, I'm still William, Will, Billy or Bill. But my stage name, Sir Paul McCartney, takes the bill and pays our bills well too. But whether Bill, Phil or Paul, it's the same. For example, when Mel Gibson's movie said he was William Wallace, everyone understood that it was just for that movie and that every night when he went home to his family he was Mel. Even on the set, between takes, obviously he answered to both names. Whether they wanted Gibson or Wallace, it was the same. That is how it always works in showbiz. The same actor who is Romeo in Billy's play one day could have a different role the next and still be himself when he goes home at night. It's the same with each of my roles. I play the part of Paul McCartney for this fine long-running show, but I'm still Bill. Rightly so, all performances require performers to adopt personas fitting each specific show. It is not dishonest to have one role with a name in one film and another of each in some other show. It's all showbiz.
1, 2, 3, 4. So Sergeant Pepper took you by surprise. A pretty face may last a year or two. The sound you make is music to my ears.
Is he your best friend, Paul?
I guess in the male sex he was. I don't know about now, because I don't see much of him, you know.
Are you happy?
He used to be nice, Larry. He used to be very charming.
Yeah, I'm not completely happy.
It wasn't that we weren't talking to each other. There was so much going on, we didn't get a chance, you know. And he was up in Campbelltown. Gardening.
Yeah.
He was up there for a long time at one period. Nobody could get in.
Some people are good at acting. I have trouble enough just trying to pretend to be me.
That is the biggest joke, to be yourselves. Because that was the purpose of going there, to try and find who yourself it really is.
Yes, well, we found that, didn't we?
And if you were really yourself, you wouldn't be any of who we are now.
Or act naturally, then.
See Beatle Bill making a pig of himself. But maybe we could just do a few sessions with him and with Paul. And a few with,
I go by other names. Early pre-Beatles tried on several names. They were the Blackjacks before the Quarrymen. They were Johnny and the Moondogs, Silver Beatles with an A, Silver Beats, Beat Brothers and Beat Owls. Having many nearly Beatle names, it was all in flux until they finally made it. Once the Beatles did arrive, the name became fixed, but the personnel continued to evolve, covertly, in my case. They also each played with their own names, as did I. While the Silver Beatles were on tour in Scotland with Tommy Moore, John, Paul, George and Stu went by Johnny Silver, emphasising that it was his own Silver band, Paul Raymond, an alias I used again later, Carl Harrison and Stu de Staal. Not wanting to use my own name in the Bonzo Dog Band, I invented a character, along with a name and family history that I played up until he died in 1995. That eccentric Bonzo Band character's name was Viv Stanzel. Before and after he died, others also wore my Vivian costumes. I, as Apollo C. Vermouth, produced the Bonzo Dog song I'm the Urban Spaceman. It was my most successful gig other than Paul. It is also one that is easy to find online. As Viv in the Magical Mystery Tour film, I look like my son James does now. If you compare images of James and Vivian, you'll see that my son looks exactly like me.